Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Very interesting developments and very surprising drone attack in Ukraine by the Russian forces, obviously. And they attacked the Dnipro in the Dnipropetrovsk region, which is quite far from the front, from the line of engagement. And that's going to be one article I will discuss, and the other article will be a short summary of the front developments for today, according to the Ukrainian media outlet Ukrainska Pravda, or the New Voice of Ukraine, one of the two. Let's start with the first one right here. So the first one right here is from Ukrainska Pravda from today, February 12, 2023. And the headline reads, "Drones attack Dnipro River, Dnipro city, several of them shot down." So here is kind of where the rayon is, but let me give you a different map. So this is Dnipro right here, Dnipro city, and here is the line of engagement between the Ukrainians and the Russians, and they attacked here, this is the rayon, and inside here in the middle, this is the rayon right there, big one, and this right here is the city, and this is the Dnipro River right here going like this. And on this map right here, Dnipro, for instance, Bakhmut is right there. Now take this 100 kilometers right here on the lower right side. So this is 100 kilometers. Now let's try to see from Bakhmut to Dnipro. Well, this is the line of engagement. So there will be about, I would say, 200 kilometers. So let's say, I don't know, 140, I say 100 kilometers, that would be about 60 miles. No, it's 120 miles because it's 200 kilometers. What's going on here? Anyway, so it's 120 miles, which is 200 kilometers. What the hell? I'm tired or something. So this is Dnipro in the Dnipropetrovsk region. Now this is where the Ukrainians say this area, and let's see what the article is saying. And if we want to go by this, how far it is. This is 200 kilometers, 120 miles. Finally, I got it right. All right. Russian drones are attacking Dnipro River, Jesus Christ, again, Dnipro city on Sunday evening, 12th of February. 2 drones have been shot down. Source is Vitaly Kim, head of the Mykolaiv Oblast Military Administration. And Mykola Lukashuk, head of the Dnipropetrovsk Oblast Council, on Telegram, sources of Ukrainska Pravda. Quote from Kim, and I'm quoting, 2 drones. Dnipro in general, there are more of them in the east, so be careful. Quote from Lukashuk, and I'm quoting, drones again. The guardians of the skies are on the defensive. End of quote. Details, according to the Ukrainska Pravda sources, 2 Shahed drones were shot down in the vicinity of Dnipro city. Got it right this time. An air raid siren was sounded in Kharkiv, Dnipropetrovsk, and Poltava Oblast. Crimea and Luhansk Oblast are also permanently on alert. Oh my! So let's go to the other article that's going to talk about an update from the front of Ukrainska Pravda. It is from 12 of February 2023. Occupiers launch missile twice and strike 23 times from MLRS General Staff reports. On Sunday, February 12, Russian launched 2 missiles attack on 23 attacks from multiple launch rocket systems, focusing on offensive across actions on 5 fronts. The source is the General Staff report of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and I'm quoting, "During the day, Russians launched 2 missile attacks and 23 attacks from multiple launch rocket systems. And the occupiers concentrated their main efforts on conducting offensive actions on the Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and Novopavlivka front." So Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka. So there it is. Let me get this map right here. Kupiansk is somewhere here, and then Liman is here, Bakhmut and Avdiivka, Novopavlivka. So that's where the offensive occurs, according to the Ukrainians. They are strengthening their forces on the Liman and Bakhmut fronts and actively using aircraft for launching attacks on the positions of the Ukrainian forces. Details. On the Volyn, Polisia, Siversk and Slobozhan fronts, there have been no signs of Russian offensive groupings. 13 settlements were under attack during the day. All that in Sumy Oblast and in Kharkiv Oblast. Those are right here. Sumy Oblast is right here, and then Kharkiv Oblast is right here. So they focused on these two for now. Nothing in Chernihiv Oblast. Usually Chernihiv, and then they go to Sumy, then in Kharkiv, but now it's Dnipro. Okay, interesting. So, on the Kupiansk and Liman fronts, the occupiers launched mortar and artillery attacks on 17 settlements in Luhansk Oblast. So now obviously we went lower, which is right here, Luhansk Oblast, right here, so this area probably. And then we have on the Bakhmut front, Russian launched tank, mortar and artillery attacks on 13 settlements in total in Donetsk Oblast. Now, Donetsk Oblast is south of Luhansk, right here. On the Avdiivka and Novopavlivka fronts, 21 settlements were under attack. Mortar artillery attacks among them were in Donetsk Oblast. On the Zaporozhye front, Zaporozhye is right here, obviously this right here, lower, and then it's going to be Kherson. In Zaporozhye front, the settlements, and it gives you about 15, came under fire during Russian attacks. On the Kherson front, which is the southern area, the southern oblast right here. So the occupiers launched on the city of Kherson as well of 14 other settlements. Now Russia continues terrorizing the residents of temporarily occupied territories of Kherson Oblast, this time the least protected people, retirees. Okay, this is pathos, not logos. The Air Forces of Defense Forces of Ukraine launched 2 attacks on the areas of concentration of Russian manpower and military equipment. Missile and artillery units of Ukraine struck 8 areas of concentration of manpower, 1 anti-air system, and 2 ammunition storages of the occupiers. So what's interesting is this right here. This drones attacking Dnipro city. So they flew pretty far. If you look at it, 200 kilometers. 200 kilometers they were able to get from the front line to over there, 120 miles. I think they covered a big surface distance. So nothing else major, at least from the Ukrainian side, stating that the Russians did anything major. I covered something else in the morning, which is a little town north of Bakhmut where Wagner Group claimed that they took over and they moved south towards encircling Bakhmut. Supposedly Bakhmut, according to British intelligence, I covered it this morning as well, it's three quarters surrounded or something like that. It has only a little bit of a corridor where it gets supplies or troops or whatever comes in and out. Now if that's going to be completely encircled, we're going to have another Azovstal, Mariupol style surrender. I hope that they retreat when they can and fight another day. But if they want to choose something else, they have their own commanders, and they are the how do you call it, the makers of their own destiny. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.